Hi, I'm Christy from Noble Properties, and today I wanted to talk to you about the differences between building a brand new home and renovating an old home in this market. So building a brand new home, the benefits. I guess the first ones are you can actually work with all the new trends, all the architectural designs. You could go with a completely modern home like the one behind. You can choose your own custom floor plan, obviously, and your own fixtures and fittings, making it all completely customizable to you. Of course, when you're building new, you can make sure you're going for all the new energy efficient technologies and materials. You can have your solar panels for the roof, for the pool as well. You can have the insulation and all the energy efficient appliances. This is going to reduce your bills, all your utility bills, and make your carbon footprint much more appealing. Of course, newer homes are generally a lot lower maintenance. You will have a warranty on there for around about 7 years. You're not going to have to replace things, especially in the early years, materials, appliances, that sort of thing, giving you peace of mind. As we know, living in Queensland, aspect is really important when building. If we can choose the aspect, that's even better. We can't always choose the aspect. Sometimes we're building on a block that we already own, and we have to make sure that we're getting an architect who can actually create a design for us that's going to work the best they possibly can with that aspect. If you can choose, that's very different. Sometimes we can choose to plant trees that are going to make a massive difference to the sunlight coming in through the home. Obviously, if we're facing west, sometimes that can't be avoidable. We can just make sure that we've got the house turned around to the best aspect to suit your lifestyle. Cost effectiveness. It's often talked about that it's actually cheaper to build a new home than it is to renovate. It's not always the case. Generally, when you've got an older home, a post-war or a Queenslander, a timber home, they can cost a little bit more to renovate due to the fact that you're trying to match materials. You're buying the character materials that are not always easily accessible. You might have to have them shipped from different parts of the country. So that can tend to cost more, and you generally need specialised tradespeople to be able to work with those materials too. So sometimes that's not always the case, but generally it can be cheaper to build a newer home because you are starting from scratch essentially, and you can choose whatever materials you want. All right, now to talk about the benefits of renovating an older home like a post-war or a Queenslander. I thought I'd bring you to my place. We're actually going through a renovation at the moment. Yay! But anyway, the benefits are you can keep the character, you can keep all the characteristics of the older home, which are really nice, especially when a lot of these homes are getting knocked down and new builds are being put up everywhere. It's nice to keep the character in the neighbourhoods as much as we possibly can and just keep those features alive. Okay, so like the character that we're keeping in the house, it's also really nice to be able to keep that historical value. Obviously with Queenslanders, even more important because they have a lot more detail in the architraves, in all the fretwork, etc. Really, really special, but you actually can keep that value in that house and that will continue for many, many years to come. Generally, these older homes are located in already established neighbourhoods. So you've got tree-lined streets, a lot of them mature trees. You've got a sense of community spirit. Generally, with these older homes, you can pick up a block for a new home. Every now and again, there's becoming less and less. New homes are more sort of now being built in newer neighbourhoods. So generally you've got the history of the neighbourhood, which is always nice to keep. Okay, so when renovating an older home, you have got the potential to add value, providing you're doing a quality renovation. You can upgrade certain rooms, certain appliances, you can upgrade to the more modern trends gradually as well. Obviously there are certain changes that you can make to the floor plan. So as your family grows, if you want to stay in the property for a bit longer, you know, so long as it's small changes to the structure, you don't want to be doing too much because obviously then it might be worth knocking the house down. But if you want to take a wall out, blend the kitchen with the entertaining, with the living, things like that don't have to cost too much, they're things that I would suggest that you can do that are definitely going to be adding value. Okay, so sustainability is a really big thing whether you're building a new home or whether you're renovating. But when you are renovating a home, this is a good opportunity to try and retrofit. My house flooded, so we don't need to retrofit, we're going up. But a lot of people who are doing a renovation on an older home can retrofit using the materials suggested so that you can just wash out the home, or even just last so much longer over the years and you're not having to replace materials. And providing you're putting that into the house, that's always going to pay off down the track. Okay, so in summary, building a new home or renovating an existing home can be exciting, but it can also be stressful. I think I've gained quite a few more wrinkles since going through this process, but really it comes down to what you need to do for you and your family. It comes down to the budget, it comes down to the condition of the home already if you are going to renovate, it comes down to lifestyle choices and so much more. So I guess you've got to do whatever you feel is right. If you need any advice at all though, please feel free to reach out and I'm happy to help and give any advice that I can.